Everybody, Steph from the Hot Moving Podcast. So, the NBA has a decision to make in the coming hours, days about Jamal Murray. Okay, so I forgot. I talked about this briefly when I was talking about the Wolves Nuggets game 2 last night. He also threw a towel. I've been seeing the clips, and he threw a towel right behind the ref as well. Later on, throwing that heat pack as well, right? So, I forgot. I don't know if it was a towel first or a heat pack first. It's probably the towel first, then the heat pack. Either way, not a good look and not very smart for Jamal Murray. And of course, our favorite NBA goon, Draymond Green, comes to Jamal Murray's defense. He says it's crazy how people just automatically start calling for suspension these days. I just don't really understand that. Well, I'm sorry you don't understand that, Draymond Green, because out of all people, you should really understand on-court antics, basketball antics. I mean, he's the king of that with the list of suspensions he's gone through. He should know that this is an absolute no-no for Jamal Murray. I mean, they were getting cooked last night. And yeah, I mean, I think that's the face of many Nuggets fans and many NBA fans in general, because this series has been lopsided up until this point, right? Look, man, not smart for Jamal Murray to do this, okay? I know you're frustrated. I know, this is him right there. The corner, throws this heat pack. I know he's frustrated. It gets on the floor right when Towns, you can't see it right away, but it's right there. Yeah, so right there when Towns is launching for a layup. I mean, could you imagine if Towns had gotten hurt on this play, right? Then what would the conversation have been? Oh, definitely a suspension, of course, a fine. He's gonna get fined, of course. But I mean, the money gestures to the ref. Okay, Rudy Gobert got suspended. I mean, he had to pay a $100,000 fine for that. Okay, so Jamal Murray, a multiple offender within this game, right? And people, Draymond saying that he shouldn't be suspended, calling for a suspension. Well, the rules are the rules, man. I know it's the playoffs, and look, I'm not calling for a suspension, but if the NBA suspends him, and I think a lot of people would agree, if the NBA suspended him, what outside Denver Nuggets fans, I mean, even Denver Nuggets fans would probably even low key admit, like, yeah, okay, we don't want to be suspended, but probably we understand it. So it would suck because you want to see the Wolves play the Nuggets at full strength, okay, or at least have all their guys. I understand that, okay, but Jamal Murray, it didn't do his team any favors with his antics. The heat pack, that towel, money gesture. I mean, that's too many offenses for the NBA to not suspend him. I mean, it was you're in the playoffs, you're doing this. Now you putting the league off his hands. Okay, what do you think they're gonna do if the NBA doesn't suspend Jamal Murray? I'm not calling for it, but if the NBA doesn't suspend Jamal Murray, I'd be very surprised, because it's like, okay, then what is gonna be the acceptable behavior? Okay, what is gonna be the problem? All right, when the Lakers was getting smacked around late in the fourth quarter, things weren't going their way, and they lost that series. Lakers lost that series. You didn't see it. Lakers players didn't do any of this. They weren't throwing things on the court. They weren't getting upset. Okay. A lot of teams that the Nuggets was drubbing didn't act like this. Okay, so it's unfortunate. I think a fines is coming for sure, but I mean, a suspension is ensuing. They're doing. I mean, listen, the NBA is looking at it. I listen. Probably by the end of this day, or definitely before that Friday game. Obviously, they're gonna have a decision. A lot of people are probably not gonna be happy about it. It's the playoffs. He shouldn't get suspended. Oh, how could you do this? He didn't hurt anybody. Well, he could have. And two is, you threw a towel behind the ref. Listen, that might be more flagrant. That the NBA doesn't like it when players disrespect officiating, the officials. That and the money sign. Those two, the heat pack probably wouldn't have gotten him suspended. I mean, you could make it. Listen, he could have. But that gesture he made and that towel he made is going to cost this team. You are down 0-2 on the road, and you need everybody. and Rudy Gobert is coming back. Oh man, so this latest antics, I mean, almost sealed the fate. Now it'll be impressive if he doesn't get suspended, okay, but if he does get suspended, it'll be impressive if Nuggets win this game and find a way to get back in this series and kind of get some momentum. But I mean, if he's done, I'm giving if he's suspended for Game 3. I mean, after what we've seen, man, it's a 90% chance they're gonna win game. The Wolves are gonna win Game 3, and it's over. Really over if it ain't over already now. Let me know what y'all think about this with Jamal Murray with a possible looming suspension. Do you think it's justified? If you're be biased and think about it. You think it's justified, or as a casual fan or fan of the NBA like me, do you think that a suspension is not needed? Y'all let me know what y'all think about it, man. Please like, subscribe. Appreciate y'all a lot. I'm out.